Welcome into WTOL 11 News at 11. I'm Michael Sandlin. Our top story tonight, the wildfires burning in Southern California. There are 4 of them. The biggest, a blaze called Palisades, has been burning 23,000 acres and only 11% of it is contained. The scope of that fire right now is about the size of Toledo. Then there's the Eaton fire northeast of Palisades, 14,000 acres scorched and only 15% contained. Officials say 8 people died in that fire, 7,000 structures damaged or destroyed. Plus, there are 2 smaller additional fires in that area. The Kenneth fire immediately north of Palisades, that's 90% contained. Then there's the Hearst fire, the edge of Los Angeles County. It's about 80% contained. That fire, according to reports, may have been caused by a power company in the area. But the other 3 fires burning right now don't have an official cause. Officials in California have planned to shut off power in some areas in hopes of lowering the chance that winds will spark new fires. The LA County Medical Examiner confirms it is investigating a total of 11 fire-related deaths. CBS News reports.
Planes dropped flame retardant from the sky, hoping to prevent the Palisades fire from ravaging even more of Los Angeles County. This week, multiple wildfires have destroyed countless homes, businesses, and cars, while forcing hundreds of thousands of residents to evacuate. So far, the fires have consumed an area larger than San Francisco.
Our top priority remains saving lives and protecting property.
As Saturday wore on, winds picked up again, heightening concern that the wildfire, already the most destructive in LA history, could move to more densely populated areas.
Ground crews and aerial assets worked through the night in the Mandeville Canyon area, creating containment lines and protecting structures, continuing a full suppression effort.
Homes here in the Mandeville Canyon have burned as the Palisades fire rages on for hours with no clear end in sight.
When we first started out in this area about an hour ago, the air was relatively clear. Now the wind has shifted and now we're back in the smoke.
LA's police chief says a new task force will investigate the cause of the catastrophic fires.
This task force is made up of local, state, and federal partners designed to investigate the cause of these fires and to see if there's any connection between them.
On Saturday, law enforcement warned people who have been driving up to get a closer look at the blazes to stay away. Ashley Sharp, CBS News, Brentwood, California.
And the fire response has stirred up political tensions. Some fire victims have faulted the state of California. At issue, the Los Angeles Fire Department just took a $17 million budget cut in operations. Another complaint, Governor Gavin Newsom ordered an investigation into why a 117 million gallon water reservoir in the Pacific Palisades was out of service, and the loss of water pressure to some fire hydrants, calling it deeply troubling.
We are screaming to be properly funded to make sure that our firefighters can do their jobs so that we can serve the community that we took an oath.
The bulk of the current wildfires began on January 7th. Again, investigators have not determined an official cause for any of them. Well, welcome into WTOL 11. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us. Now turning to weather, Old Man Winter finally gave us our first blanket of snow this year. And meteorologist John Birchfield joins us with more on just how much we can expect in the coming days. John?
Yeah, Michael, we are expecting some additional snow showers here at home into your Sunday afternoon and evening. Accumulations look very minor in nature. We're talking just the coating of snowfall. So if you did break out the snowblower or the shovel today, not likely to need that again tomorrow. It's also going to be a breezy feeling day as southwesterly winds pick up ahead of this storm system. Here's a look at Doppler radar that is dry right now, but I am tracking a low as well as a cold front that is currently situated over the northern plains, and there's already some snow advancing into Wisconsin and northern Illinois ahead of that system. Hour by hour breakdown does show you a little more gray winter cloud cover tomorrow, so not going to be quite as bright and beautiful as today was. By the early to mid-afternoon, snow showers start to roll into Hillsdale, Lenawee, and Williams counties, and those snow showers arrive in the Toledo metro by about 3 o'clock p.m. They're going to be gradually shifting to the east of I-75 after sunset. I'm going to break down the latest snowfall forecast map and also our coldest air of the season. You'll see that in just a minute. Michael?
All right, thanks, John. Well, as we've just mentioned, we've finally seen our first major snowfall of the year, and while it may look pretty, not everyone is physically able to shovel their own driveways. Dominique O'Neill joins us with details on the Maumee shoveling service. So, Dominique, who is this for exactly?
Well, Michael, volunteers lended a hand to help both seniors and homebound residents in Maumee by shoveling their driveways, saying it was an honor to serve the community in this way.
I enjoy helping out the community when I can, and I got this nice snowblower that needs to be used.
Maumee has seen the biggest snowfall of this season, but not everyone is up to the challenge of dealing with it. That's why this snow brigade of volunteers have stepped up to shovel about 20 houses worth of driveways and sidewalks.
I think it's a good way to promote a goodwill among Maumee people and just helping each other out and for the betterment of our community.
The service is reserved for Maumee residents, and volunteers tell us there are restrictions to who can apply for this service, reserved mostly for people who are homebound or older people who need assistance. The president of the Maumee City Council says they were inspired to create this service after seeing other cities offering something similar.
I know other cities have had little programs like this, so we heard about it. We thought it would be a good idea, put it on our website, and it's really helpful and it's fun.
And the volunteers say it's a chance to get some exercise. Lending a hand and serve the community in a unique way.
So it feels good to help people that can't get it done or need help with it, for sure.
I love it. It's good for the community, and it's good for senior citizens, people in need. There's people out here that are willing to help.
And there were between 12 to 15 volunteers today shoveling snow. Organizers say they spent hours clearing nearly 24 driveways. Reporting in studio, Dominique O'Neill for WTOL 11.
All new at 11 for you. A local football team is preparing for the big stage, a national championship game in Orlando.
Phantom on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go! Woo!
The Flag City Phantoms held their final in-state practice tonight at the Perry Fieldhouse in Bowling Green. They're one of 8 teams in the country preparing for the NFE National Bowl. The Findlay-based team has played in the semi-pro circuit for just 2 years, but they're already aiming for the top.
We're doing everything that we can to just focus on our preparation and our execution, our mindset, the dedication that it takes to be winners, and we're just going out here, man, prepared to thrive.
The team faces the West Virginia Leviathan on January 19th in the final game of the NFE National Bowl. The Islamic Food Bank helped the Lucas County Homelessness Board bag food for those in need. About 60 volunteers gathered at the Toledo Islamic Food Bank to bag more than 100 meals for the homeless as part of the 2024 point-in-time count, which is the number of unsheltered people in the community. The bags included ready-to-eat meals like beans, corn, pudding, and water bottles.
We're really big on collaboration with the homelessness board. So if we have a partner that is doing the same things that we do, is working for the same ends that we're working for, then we like to coordinate with them and help out as much as we are helped out.
The food will be given out on January 29th and 30th at the Mildred Bear Clinic. Sylvania swore in a new mayor earlier this week for the first time in 29 years. Former Mayor Craig Stow called it quits late last year with 1 year still left on his term. Mark Fry is now the new mayor. He's a longtime Sylvania native and has been president of council for the last few years. Now he takes the reins for at least the next 300+ days, and as we found out, maybe more.
I have the opportunity to basically be mayor for a year, prove to the general public, the citizens of Sylvania, that I deserve the job, and they're going to, rule on that report card come November. Yeah. Because I'm obviously planning on running.
Well, I guess we just broke news right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm planning on running. I wouldn't have agreed to become president of council, recognizing that this was the possibility down the road.
Sylvania's new mayor joins us for his first sit down with WTOL 11. Leading Edge is Sunday morning at 8:30. Up next, the Detroit Auto Show continues this weekend. We're hearing from a representative of Jeep on one of its new offerings.
And after our first decent snowfall of the season, we are tracking some additional light snow showers. These come through Sunday afternoon. I'll let you know how much accumulation to expect coming up next. Welcome back in. Hope you enjoyed that first snowfall of the season. We are still well behind schedule as far as snowfall totals go, with less than 4 inches in the metro, but most areas saw a little over 2 inches of that fluffy snow that fell Friday night into Saturday morning. Normally through today's date, we're at a little bit over a foot of snow, and January is typically our snowiest month of the calendar year. We are about 8.6 below average, although some locations, especially south and east, have seen quite a bit more snowfall. We do have some video of the snow today. Hope you got out and enjoyed it. Having a little bit of fun as well. The Glass City Metro Park in East Toledo. Nice sledding hill that the Metro Parks offers. And of course, got to go head first with that Lions cap on, rooting on the Detroit Lions there. Don't even need the snow cap though, with temperatures that were relatively mild. And of course, snowboarding a little bit more challenging, requires some more coordination, but a beautiful day for it. You can see the sun shining there at Glass City Metro Park. So hopefully you made the most of our first decent snowfall of the season. We are tracking some additional late day snow showers. Those will come through Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Any accumulation is expected to be very minor, not the type that you're going to need to shovel again. Here's where it is on Doppler radar. We're looking a couple hundred miles off to the west and north, seeing some snow start to work into Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota as a cold front drags in on the backside of this. That cold front is going to spell some changes in the weather with a very chilly feel for the work week. There are winter weather advisories for parts of upper Minnesota and Wisconsin through the UP of Michigan, but no weather alerts here at home. Those snow showers pushing in towards Lake Michigan, and I do expect snow chances to begin after about 1 p.m. tomorrow. It is going to be a cloudy and breezy day with southwesterly winds picking up into the afternoon time frame. Look off to the side of your screen as we track some snow that begins to move in by about 1 p.m. to Lenawee County as well as Hillsdale. It'll arrive in the metro by about 2 to 3 o'clock p.m. Overall, snowfall is expected to be very, very light. There is the chance that we do see a brief little period of wintry mix in there as well, but travel concerns not going to be widespread. Into Monday, the snow tapers off. Could see a few glimpses of sunshine, but overall the gray winter clouds are going to rule the skies. Sunday's forecast, not too bad in terms of temperatures. We're going to be at 34 degrees, and that's one of the reasons I think the snow is not really going to amount to much. So how much snow can you expect? Latest data does show a little more north and west, with up to an inch in Hillsdale, with a few trailing lake effect snow showers off Lake Michigan. Most of northwest Ohio just seeing a couple of tenths. In other words, just a coating of snow. It is going to be a dry start to the day. Between about 4 to 8 p.m. snow showers move on through, and even as the snow is falling, temperatures likely to be slightly above freezing at around 33 to 34 degrees. In the wake of that cold front, though, it is going to turn chillier at 25 on Monday. The breeze is going to pick up, and boy, Tuesday could potentially be the coldest day that we have felt this season thus far. It is going to be breezy Tuesday with some snow showers and 17 degrees, and I do want to give you a first look at those wind chills because this could be our coldest feel of the winter season. Monday, we're going to be tracking some wind chills that could be dipping down to the single digits north and west, and that's during the afternoon time frame, so you're going to start to feel the change in the weather. Tuesday morning is really going to be the coldest one with wind chills near zero and a few spots that could even dip down to the negatives like Napoleon and Defiance on that weather map. Don't get too comfortable with the mild temperatures because it is going to be cold. Even though this weekend's been above freezing, the long-range outlook is colder than normal. We do actually briefly warm up to the mid-30s with rain and snow possible next Saturday. However, the 10-day does take a turn for the colder, dipping down to the teens next Monday and Tuesday. Michael?
All right, thanks, John. Attention car lovers. The Detroit Auto Show has kicked off on Friday and will continue until January 20th. More than 30 brands will be showcasing cars and different products up in the Motor City. Megan Hartnett shows us one car that'll be on the roads later this year.
When you come to the Detroit Auto Show, you can see a lot of cars and even some cars that aren't even in the hands of customers yet. I'm currently joined with Vince, the head of Jeep Design. So tell me what car we have behind us here.
Thanks for having me. So this is our all-new 2024 Jeep Wagoneer S.
And so what went into this car? I mean, it looks a little different than some of your other ones.
Yep, sure does. This is actually our first vehicle based off of our Stella Large platform, which is a multi-energy platform. For this Jeep, it means it's our first fully battery electric vehicle. So it's a pretty big step for us. And actually for me from the design office, one of the coolest things about this is we had the youngest design team ever on a Jeep on this. So I think I'm the oldest of the design team. So everybody was born in 1980 or later. But we brought together a whole team of our kind of young, most diverse designers. So we have car designers like me, we have fashion designers, we have gamers, we have people that focus on user experience, that pour their heart and souls into making this the most innovative Jeep product ever.
And you mentioned to have such a diverse team and a lot of younger people. Is there certain things that you're seeing that people are wanting to see more in cars, or any trends that weren't here even 5-10 years ago?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So you'll see it sprinkled throughout this entire vehicle, inside and out, but one of the biggest things that comes out is just care for the planet. So everybody's interested in eco-friendly sustainability. So like kind of where we're standing here, you can kind of look over the car, and it's always kind of it's a funny one for us because it's an American car, but there's no chrome on the outside of this vehicle. So we found that chrome was actually one of the most harmful processes for the planet. So we designed a vehicle that has no chrome on it. So you can see on the outside it's a dark gray satin trim. On the inside there's no leather on the seats. It's all different eco-friendly materials inside of there. So that was probably the newest, most surprising thing. But actually, the whole design of this vehicle for us has been kind of a new challenge, I would say. So.
And when can people expect to see these, on the roads?
If you're in Detroit, you'll see them on the roads now, because we're testing them and things. But in the next couple of months, they'll be out in customers' hands.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Vince. Nice to meet you. And you can see this car and a whole lot more here at the Detroit Auto Show. You can come January 10th through the 20th. Reporting in Detroit, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.
All right, thanks, Megan. And when we return, our college basketball teams were in action today on the road. Stick around for the highlights and more coming up next in sports. Sports brought to you by Jim White Honda. I'm Noelle Blumel. It's another Saturday full of basketball. Most of our college teams were in action, including the Toledo and Bowling Green women. But we start with the BG men. Falcons in Indiana taking on the Ball State Cardinals. Early on, BG with the ball. Wilkins Jr. is zacked with the corner three, knocks it down to give the Falcons a small lead. Later, BG on offense again. Trey Thomas's layup is off, but Javante Campbell is there for the putback plus the foul. And the Falcons get an old-fashioned three-point play. Finally, Exact fires another deep ball, knocks that one down, and he and Campbell would combine for 25 points. But it wouldn't be enough as the Falcons would fall 91-69 the final. Meanwhile, the Toledo women were in Mount Pleasant taking on Central Michigan. Starting off, Rockets on offense. Backdoor is wide open for Kira Goss. She gets the easy layup, and Toledo strikes first. Later, Sammy McConowitz up top. She drives off the dribble, powers her way to the hoop, and gets the shot to fall. Finally, Kendall Carruthers up top. She decides to drive down the lane, lays it up with the left hand, and gets it to go in. And the Rockets would hold on to win it by a final of 71-66. And Jenny Boggess' team is now 3-1 in conference play. And our final game, Bowling Green women down in Oxford taking on Miami. First quarter, Falcons in transition. Ball makes its way to Lexi Fleming on the wing, and she buries the deep ball. Fleming had all 9 of BG's first quarter points. Later, Falcons with the ball again. Jasmine Fearn fires from deep behind the line, and she knocks it down as BG tries to hang with the Red Hawks. Finally, Falcons in transition again. Ball to Fleming, catch and shoot three, knocks one down again, and Fleming would finish with a team-high 23 points. But it would be another tough one for the Falcons as they fall on the road by a final of 78-63. Meanwhile, back in Bowling Green, the softball team held its annual fundraising dinner tonight and had a legendary keynote speaker. Carol Hutchins was there for the team's first pitch dinner, and Hutchins spent 38 years as the head coach at Michigan, where she became the winningest coach in NCAA history. Hutchins says it's events like these that help grow the sport of softball.
These kids, over my career, impact me, and our goal is to impact them in a positive way and help keep them growing up, because the lessons they're learning here are going to teach them how to be successful, whether it's at their jobs, their careers, whether it's in their family's life. Athletics teaches you a lot.
Meanwhile, in the TAC, Ottawa Hills hosting Emmanuel Christian, each sitting at first and second place. This game neck and neck in the fourth as Chase Miller swishes for 2 to tie it up and force overtime. Warriors get the ball first in OT, and Anthony Trombley drives in towards the basket, goes glass for 2, and puts EC ahead. High tensions as this game winds down. Green Bears with the ball. Pass gets out to Jackson Snyder, and he knocks down the triple to put OH ahead. And they'd pull out the overtime win, 54-53 the final. And over at Tamo, Northview and Bowling Green hockey facing off. Scoreless through the first period, but Rhett Winger changes that right here, gliding down with the puck and sneaks it right behind for the goal. And just like that, BG leads 1-0. Later, second period winding down. Boston Kopke takes the shot here, misses, but John Delvern taps it in to finish the job and tie the score at 1. Finally, third period, Tegan O'Neill takes the perfect shot at the left corner and banks it in the net for the go-ahead goal. And just like that, Northview wins it 2-1. And now we're going to send it over to Chase Bachman, who has more in Perrysburg.
Noelle, thanks. Perrysburg High School hosting their annual Wrestling Invitational. In the 106 weight class, Liberty Center's Braden Tamarine beat Perrysburg's Connor Bagdonis to win the final and his 100th career win.
It's super awesome. Pitt's a really tough and a historic tournament, so to come out on top, I think I was our second ever from our school, so it's pretty cool.
In the 113 class, Perrysburg's Aiden Dodd beat Clay's Josh Medina in the final. In the 120 class, Gray Burnett beat Delta's Tyler Barnes. In the 126 class, Delta's Adam Matton faced Clay's Garrison Weisner in the final. Matton suffered a high ankle sprain, and Weisner won the final. This was Matton's first loss of the season. Jumping up to the 165 final, Lakota's Braxton Quaintance beat Noah Evans from Archbishop Moeller. In the 190 class, Perrysburg's Josh Tackett beat Delta's Connor Sintobin to win his final match in the pit.
It felt really good. Obviously, wrestling in Perrysburg your whole life, it's one of your dreams, you know, going to a spotlight and winning your own gym.
And last but not least, in the 138 class, Perrysburg's Marcus Blaze taking on his own teammate Brody Bauman in the final. Blaze would go on to win this one and improve to 21-0 this season.
I think you just take it as like a process of the season, right? The season's however many months in a row, and you just knock down each tournament each week, every single day, and you knock down each practice, each hour of practice every single day, and focus on getting better every single hour, every single minute, and yeah, just take it as it goes.
All right, thanks, Chase. And finally, some more news out of the college football transfer portal. Connor Moore announced he is transferring from Montana State to Michigan State. Moore is from Lake High School and has 2 seasons of eligibility left. But for now, that is all for sports.
We're taking a trip back in time in a new show on WTOL 11 Plus. It's called WTOL 11 Vault. This week, we dug through our archives to find a time when rock and roll was all the buzz in Northwest Ohio. And we salute a hero for America, looking back on the missions of Colonel John Glenn. Plus, a special trip to the White House for some local musicians and the message from the president after their performance. It's all online now, only on the WTOL 11 Plus app, which is free on Roku, your Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. And honestly, now might be the perfect time with the weather, huh, John?
Yeah, definitely a good snowy day activity. I feel like we had to dig into the vault to find when our last snow was, too, because it's been so long. But certainly a lot of history there at WTOL 11, and we love sharing that with you as well. Good to get some snow, good to get some sunshine today. Started to melt away a little bit with temperatures above freezing. I'm still expecting another quick wave of light snow showers, mainly between about 3 to 8 p.m. tomorrow, but accumulations look slim to none. After that, though, you're going to need to bundle up and add a few extra layers with temperatures temperatures in the teens. Tuesday could be our coldest day of the winter so far. We do rebound up to the mid-30s into next weekend with the chance for some rain and snow showers Saturday. However, temperatures once again bottoming out by the end of the 10-day forecast, likely dropping down into the teens. So a few ups and downs in that forecast. Can't rule out a few slick spots tomorrow, but I think with temperatures in the mid-30s, we're going to see more of that snow melting away like we saw today with the sunshine. Although with temperatures down in the teens, could get a little bit icy again on Tuesday. I think winter is officially here.
Oh my goodness. Noelle, you're from California. How do you even process teen temperatures?
All I got from that final weather was that I will be staying inside on Tuesday. So
yeah, winter has been taking it easy on you for now, but
oh my goodness. All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Take care.